I walked without a mask telling people, go home. You've got to go home. You can't stay in the street. You don't have any food. You don't have any water. You don't have a house. You've got to go home. All of that I was saying in the street, and I was picking up people all along who were joining me in this effort.
And you were telling people...
The only person I had trouble with was Chuck Stone.
He wouldn't get off the street?
No, he wouldn't get it. Well, he was one of those who said, well, he can't swing it. I said, you bastard, I'll show you if I can swing it. And I went to work, boy, I was working day and night. I fell asleep on Archbishop O'Boyle's lap. I just fell asleep. I'd been up 3 nights, 3 days, and I wasn't anything else other than I was sleeping. I fell down on his lap, and he said, patted my head and said, when he wakes up, he'll tell us what to do.
Were you worried that your city was going to go up in flames?
Yeah, of course.
Really? I mean, you saw that as a possibility.
The reason for it is that it had been tagged as a city that couldn't go up in flames. Well, that's just when it happens. I mean, everybody's shooting and throwing things, and then you talk about it can't happen here, and it's happening. I said, I did it pretty good in law and in political science, but nobody ever taught me how to run a riot. I had to learn that myself. And I did. Fast. Couldn't waste any time. 3 days is what we took.
Now, you were telling other people to go home and get off the streets, go back to their families. You were doing exactly the opposite. Was your family worried about you?
They understood that.
They understood?
Oh, of course they understood that they didn't have food, didn't have housing, didn't have water. They all understood that.
But what about your wife?
Brother, well...
Wasn't she saying, I'm scared for you? Come on home?
Yeah, of course. Charlie Duncan was with me. He was saying that. Julian Dugard was with me. They were all saying that. As a matter of fact, when the policeman got up on the roof at 14th and Clifton and started shooting, they said, oh, hell, he's gone. Mayor Washington is gone. They're up there. They're going to level him today. Mm-hmm. And they came close. But Barry, they were all picking up rocks and stones. And they got mad with him because he wouldn't pick up any and throw. We arrested 40,000 people, put them on the lot outside of JFK Stadium, and nobody ever paid any attention to it.
You did things quietly. And here, and you must feel some sense of pride when you look at the city today in terms of...
Couldn't have ever happened if we had followed these Southerners. Couldn't have ever happened.